Hi everyone. So, the title of this is going to be Child Free by Choice, which is exactly what I am. I am child free by choice. I was inspired to make this video because I was at my niece's 9th birthday party yesterday, and yeah, so it was cool. There were 4 kids running around, killing unicorn pinatas and stuff like that. I do not have kids. I do not have any biological children. I actually am 31. Will be 32 July of next year. I had a hysterectomy July of 2020, so in the pandemic. I had a hysterectomy for a number of reasons. One, I basically had a period every day for 4 years. Yeah, that sucked. But also, I had trauma. A lot of it. Severe trauma. I am also bipolar 1. Both my parents were bipolar 1, and my partner is bipolar. So, the likelihood that any child I had, any child I had would have some mental illness. On top of that, I take medications every day. And I have for 10 years. And it would never be safe for me to carry a child. I quite enjoy my freedom. I do DoorDash. If I want to get up and do DoorDash at 2 in the morning, I put my dog in her kennel and I go out and I do it. I'm not good. I enunciate because I had a speech impediment when I was a kid. I'm not good with kids for long periods of time. Screaming, I don't like it. I don't like things running around and making messes and in my space. I like my space. I have a small 2-bedroom apartment that I have trouble on my own keeping clean because I am autistic and I have ADHD. I have trouble remembering when I put food in the microwave. When it beeps, I will have forgotten after 6 minutes that I put food in the microwave. Sometimes I will have forgotten it after 30 minutes, and it is still in the microwave beeping at me. I have had times where I put laundry in the washing machine, and a day later, my house smells bad, but that is because I forgot that I put clothes in there. It would have never been safe for me to have a kid. I was severely traumatized. I was abused, starting at around age 7. I was hit with belts. I was raped repeatedly. I was molested. My dad was an alcoholic. There were several times when we didn't have power. We didn't have adequate food. I graduated high school without power in my house. Actually, we went without power for 14 months at one point. I had free reduced lunch. I was the kid that was picked on. I made the choice for myself not to have children. I made the choice to not put a child through the fact that I would not have been a good mom. I am never saying that if you have a child that you do what you can with the best that you can. I wouldn't have done any good with anything. It would not have been a good fit. I, however, have the introspection to know this because I had 10 years of sitting in psychiatric wards by myself with pen, paper, journal. I mean, that's my journal. And I move fast, but when you're sitting in a psych ward and those doors are closed and you know the only way you're leaving in a particular area is with the escort of a nurse with a badge, and they're telling you when you're getting your meds. They're telling you when you're getting breakfast, lunch, dinner. Hell, they're telling you what breakfast, lunch, dinner is. They're telling you what meds. You're gonna have to get to know yourself if you can fundamentally tap into that self. Now, I understand that if you are a parent, that is not always an option to sit in a building like that and not worry about those kids. But I have many times been in those units with parents, and those kids were grown up and they had addiction, or they were struggling with something, and they didn't regret the money they made. They regret putting their kid through the fact that they were a parent who they chose a substance over their child. I had a parent who decided that a bottle was more important than me, was more important than food, was more important than electricity in his house, because he was comfortable sleeping in a cold building in a bed because he had a job that he could get to and escape that reality. He didn't have to think about it. That job was his coping mechanism. With addiction, you are finding something to run away from. When you lose that job, when you lose that drug, when you lose that whatever you lose, you are going to have to face that pain, that hurt. I was an addict for 11 years. Addiction is not pretty. It is not to be idealized. It is not romantic. I was not an addict who you would see on a street corner. I was an addict who could injure themselves and go into a doctor's office or go into an emergency room. I was the smart addict. The problem with being a smart addict is you know what game to play. You know what system to be. I always had health insurance. That's dangerous. You never think about the smart addict because they're the housewives, they're the students, they're the kids who... Oh, they're not doing that. What are you talking about? And then they crash and burn. And then they're in the psych ward. And then they have a suicide attempt. ADHD, we bounce around. I was running from the pain of so much. I had a pill given to me when I broke my foot at 14. That pill showed me that I didn't have to feel any pain. Oxycontin told me I don't have to feel any pain. Are you kidding me? Physical pain? I don't have to feel it. Emotional pain? I don't have to feel it. Stress? I don't have to feel it. Hurt? I don't have to feel it. Until the I don't have to feel it goes away. Then you have to address it. Are you willing to address it? Are you willing to face it? I'm tapping. Addiction is hard. So is poverty. So is sobriety. So is facing your pain. So is getting your life together. So is getting yourself to a place where you get up every day. You get up every day and you face that hurt. Therapy is exceedingly hard. It is a lot less hard than sitting in a cold building wondering how I'm getting food. Pick your heart. Addiction is hard. Pick your heart.